This video will contain spoilers. The Ridiculous Six, Netflix original film. Me and Ben Man watch it on Netflix. Adam Sandler, Taylor Lautner, Rob Schneider, Steve Buscemi, Terry Crews, Jorge Garcia, Luke Wilson, Nick Nolte, David Spade, Will Forte, Danny Trejo, Steve Zahn, Harvey Keitel, Whitney Cummings, Jackie Sandler, Vanilla Ice, John Turturro. I didn't know that was Blake Shelton, but okay. Lavelle Crawford, Norm MacDonald, a lot of Sandlers I'm seeing here. I'm guessing that's his family. I went into this thinking, like, out of the ones that I've seen with Batman so far, all of them have been, at the very least, decent. And I thought, if any of them was going to be one that I just outright hate, it would be this one. I was wrong. It's actually somewhere in the middle of my favorite Adam Sandler films. It's not amazing, but it's also not like one of the more boring ones. Although a bit of fart humor in there, which I was kind of expecting it being a western, but I'm not a fan of that. Also, Adam Sandler's playing an Indian, and this film came out in 2016. Like, the film is 9 years old, and already it couldn't be made today. I don't really know what to say, because one, I seen this a couple days ago. I'm recording this on Tuesday, and I seen it on Saturday, I think. But it's an Adam Sandler film, so I don't remember how much I had to say about the others, but it's not the kind of thing where you have much to say about it. It's just, I like it. There's like this one thing I don't like about it, but overall, there's nothing that I didn't hate. We've lived in time. Universally positive ratings. Me, Ben Man, Dylan, Ginger, and Dylan's girlfriend seen it in cinema. Andrew Garfield, Florence Pugh. I feel like making a good romance film it's getting to the point where it's almost going to be impossible to do. Like, other genres like action and horror, even though, because it's a very broad term, you've so many action films coming out, and there are still like a lot of good ones coming out. But and it is getting kind of hard for action films to do something original. And I feel the same for the romance genre, but I feel like it's even more so for the romance genre. What, in the past 25 years, like, what romance films have we got that are like iconic, and I don't mean rom-coms, I mean full on romance. I get this is a rom-com of sorts, but just hear me out. We got, bear in mind, not a fan of the genre all that much, unless there is comedy in it. But you got the iconic ones. You got The Notebook, and then I can't think of anything between that and La La Land. And I can't think of anything between La La Land and this. So, point being that, yeah, there's probably a film that did the whole cancer thing before. I think The Fault in Our Stars did something like that. But The Fault in Our Stars is a fucking John Green book. I don't care how well it's made and acted and all that, or even how well it's written. It's based on a book by John fucking Green. So there probably are others that did it as well. Um, but despite that, it's everything in it works well. Like the acting with Andrew Garfield, Florence Pugh, obviously are great. I feel like the jumping back and forth in time was unnecessary. I had a feeling I was going to do something like that because the name of the film is We Live in Time, but they could have presented it in chronological order, and I think it would have been an improvement on the film. The two particular scenes I want to praise are the scene where what's her name, Almond gives birth. Like I love the way that she, she locks herself in the bathroom and she couldn't unlock herself, and then Andrew Garfield has to kick the door down, and then with them being on the phone and it's panicking, it's funny and it's heartwarming and it's everything. And then the end scene where Florence Pugh wins the cooking competition thing, and then she goes ice skating with Andrew and their kid, and she goes off on her own. Andrew and the kid wave at her from one end of the rink, and she waves back at the other end, and then it dissolves into the next scene. And all you see is Andrew hanging out with the kid. You don't see anything from the mum. And then he says something to the kid that she told him earlier in the film. And I love, well, the open-ended nature of it, and two, that sort of cycle, if that's the right word, where, I don't even know, but, like, I'm not going to elaborate on it, because I can't. Sorry. Yellowstone. Universally positive ratings. Paramount Plus original. Created by Taylor Sheridan. I watched it on Paramount. Kevin Costner. Kelly Riley. Taylor Sheridan. Wes Bentley sounds familiar. I think he was in True Blood, possibly. Josh Holloway sounds familiar as well. Neil McDonough. I had a feeling I wasn't going to like this. One, I'm not really a fan of westerns, and two, I had a feeling that when it comes to these, there's probably a term for it. I just call, I'm just going to create a name for them, and then if I remember this name, I'll just say it anytime I make a review for something like these. Uh, Talking drama. That dialogue drama. That's much better. A dialogue drama is something like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, where it's not good because of any exciting things that happen in it, like explosions or killing or something like that. It is exciting because of the dialogue. Most of the show is just two people talking, and that's it. And I mean, they've been around since acting has been around, but they've become really popular in this century with, as I said, Breaking Bad, uh, Game of Thrones. There have been more recent ones like Arcane and Andor. And I was concerned that this was gonna be in the Andor and Arcane camp of just I don't like it. Now, as for what the difference is, between the ones I like and the ones I don't like. I have no fucking clue. It could just be a mood thing. Like, I'm in a good mood when I got into Breaking Bad. I'm in a good mood when I got into Game of Thrones, and I was in a bad mood when I got into Arcane. And I would not got into it, but when I watched those two, and now that I think about it, that makes a lot of fucking sense because I watched those two shows at my granny's house. I watched Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones at my house. Anyway, um, I started this a while back. Uh, got somewhere around halfway through the episode and I stopped. Not because I was bored or anything, but because I was just doing it while I was waiting on something. Um, and then I didn't watch it again until Sunday. And I thought, right, in the last half of the episode, because I watched the first half so long ago, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not able to get like a good sense of whether or not I like the show from that. So I watched the second episode, and the second episode, surprisingly, there was exciting shit happening. You had that, I think episode 2 was the one with the meth trailer or whatever it was blew up in front of Casey. um, and everything happened that was exciting. And then episode 3, coincidentally, also Casey had that thing with the van and the girl that was kidnapped. And then I'm on episode, like, I've seen up to 4 or 5, and not as exciting, but there still is stuff going on that I am quite interested in. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep on watching it. It's quite good. I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but my favorite character is Beth. I just find her really funny the way that she does not give a fuck about anything or anyone. Like, prime example is it was episode 4, I think it was, in front of literally everyone working at the ranch. She just gets a couple of bottles of champagne and takes a bath and a horse try. And when someone said, you need to get out and all that, and offered her like a coat to cover herself, she's like, I'll get out, but I'm not covering myself, and just walks off, uh, all naked. Like, I find it really fucking funny. And there was that shit with that guy, um, where he he sort of made a reputation where anyone that she sort of sleeps with, their life just gets ruined because she'll use it against them somehow. And he kind of wants to get in there despite that. And she is currently at the point that I'm at in the process of fucking him over. I love it. I also like Casey because of everything that's happened with him, um, and his family. Jimmy, I think, is going to have great character development, especially since I had his arc spoiled for me. I had a feeling it was going to last the entire show, and that you'll watch him go from this absolute pussy at the start to very professional person at the end of the show. And I seen the poster for 6666, the new spin-off that's coming out, where he's the main character. That is kind of reinforcing my feelings that that's what's going to happen.